Elon Musk is looking at a chart. It's a chart I've alluded to before, but it's a chart that has our revenues on one side and our expenses on the other. And I'm looking at it now. Total revenue, this is, by the way, federal budget 2023, but it's fairly representative. Total revenue, 4.47 trillion. That's what the US government is taking in. Total spending, 6.6 trillion. Notice the gap, $1.5 trillion. That is a giant gap, and that's in 1 year. We're also talking about lifting the debt ceiling. We're talking about a projected growth in the deficit that could add some $5 trillion to the debt. So that's 37, 38 trillion plus 5. We're already now into the close to the mid 40s. And I think Elon Musk is like, enough is enough. If we don't stop this now, when are we going to stop it? You know, if not now, when? If not us, who? And here's a post by J.D. Vance that I think offers a different point of view. The one thing he says that will bankrupt this country more than any other policy is flooding the country with illegal immigration and then giving those migrants benefits. The one big beautiful bill fixes this problem, and therefore it must pass. So JD is basically saying all the other stuff, you know, the CBO scores, the minutia of Medicaid policy, are we going to fix our entitlements? We have to do all those things, but those pale before this problem, which is, think of a country of 300 million trying to digest something like 10 million illegals that Biden has brought here, not to mention giving those people who are starting out very often at the bottom of society all these benefits. And then JD makes a further point, which I think is decisive. He goes, I've seen many criticisms of the bill, and most of them fail a very basic test. Could those criticisms get 50 votes? As the president told me today, for a good idea to become policy, it has to have the votes. Without the votes, it's a useless idea on a piece of paper. Now, this is where ideas and politics have to cross over the Brooklyn Bridge and become policy, become legislation, become law. So here's my advice to Elon Musk. You want to fix the deficit? You want to reduce the debt? You want to diminish the amount of red ink? Here's a way to do it. We need Republican supermajorities in the House and the Senate. If we had Republican supermajorities, some of these rhinos won't matter. If we had Republican supermajorities, the good guys would outnumber the swamp guys. And you, Elon Musk, can help that to happen, can make it a reality. So don't start a third party, which would be self-defeating. Why? Because it would pull votes away from the Republicans. If it costs Republicans even a small number of seats in the House, a couple of seats in the Senate, the problem that you're dealing with, that you're identifying, becomes worse. It's now even harder to try to make the cuts that you say are, and you are rightly say, are necessary. So keep an eye on how to actually achieve the goals that you seek. And the way to do that is to put more money into campaigns and to support tough-minded, hardcore Republicans over moderate or so-called rhino Republicans. In this way, you change not only the Republican Party, but you also change the country.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.